Hi guys, Remy here, and today I thought it would be fun to do a vinyl tag. I thought my collection has grown a lot this year, so I thought now it was an appropriate time to actually do a tag. I love tag videos, I find them so interesting, so I thought I'd do one on my own. So let's get started. So the first question is, how many records do I own? Now believe it or not, it is very hard to count how many records you own when your records aren't with you. So literally it's taken me like an hour to fully figure out how many I've got, and I kept getting confused and kept miscounting, but I finally worked it out. I have 100 records, which is a nice number to go with this video. I have 100 records, 57 of them are LPs or albums, 37 of them are 7-inch singles, and 6 of them are 12-inch singles. What kind of record player do I have? I used to have a GPO Memphis, which if you've seen older videos on this channel, it was that big red all-in-one CD player, record player, radio thing. Whereas now I can proudly say I have an Audio Technica LP120 X USB. So it's amazing. I got it for my birthday a few months ago. It saved all my records. It's just a godsend, honestly. And I have JVC speakers to go with it. How old was I when I started collecting? I was 16 when I first got my record player for my 16th birthday, so I'd say I started to gradually either receive albums or buy albums or singles. However, I wouldn't say I started collecting properly until this year, really, like 2019. So I'd say I properly started collecting when I was 19. My oldest record, honestly I don't know, because I have either been given a lot of secondhand records or I've bought secondhand records. I'd say the oldest record that I've bought was Hey Jude, The Beatles Again, which has a compilation of Beatles singles like Can't Buy Me Love, Don't Let Me Down, Revolution, I Should Have Known Better, Hey Jude, just a few songs from spanning their whole career. And I think that album was first released in 1970, but when I bought it off eBay it was listed as 1973, so maybe my version is from 1973, but I don't know. I know the earliest version of that album is 1970. Otherwise, the oldest records I have that isn't Hey Jude, The Beatles Again is either the single Without You by Harry Nilsson, which was my mum's, and I'm not sure exactly because I know the song is from 1971, however I don't know if my mum got it in 1971. However, actually I think the oldest record in my collection is probably my copy of Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, which used to belong to my mum, and I think it is the oldest because she told me that it was the first record she ever received, and she was around 13 when she got the album, and Goodbye Yellow Brick Road came out in 1973 I think, so I think the timeline makes sense. So I think it is an original copy of the album. It was the first album my mum received, so I think that it's got to be the oldest record in my collection because now I have it. So I'm going to say yes, it's either Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Hey Jude, The Beatles Again, or the 7-inch Without You single by Harry Nilsson. First record. My first record was actually 2 because on my 16th birthday I was given American Beauty, American Psycho by Fall Out Boy and Smoke and Mirrors by Imagine Dragons. So I got them at the same time, and I don't remember which one I opened first. It might have been Fall Out Boy. I think it was Fall Out Boy. But I got them at the same time, so I'm gonna count them together because I literally opened them a minute apart from each other. So Fall Out Boy, American Beauty, American Psycho, and Smoke and Mirrors Deluxe by Imagine Dragons. First record that I bought with my own money. I think it is Badlands by Halsey, because I didn't have many records before that album, and I think when I look back, I think all the albums I had gotten before were either birthday gifts or Christmas gifts. Yeah, because like this, I got this album like maybe a few months after my birthday, which was when I got my record player. So yeah, and it's really special because I bought this record in New York. I got it in Soho. So to say that the first record I ever bought, I bought it in another country, kind of special. So yeah, it was Halsey Badlands. It's just such a good album. I love it so much. Fave colour vinyl. Again, it's Halsey Badlands because my copy was an Urban Outfitters exclusive in America. So it is a really bright, vibrant pink with beautiful marble splatter across it. I love it so much. I think the standard American version came in a plain baby pink, and then in the UK we got a plain baby blue. So beautiful colours. However, I just love that mine is exclusive to me, at least, because you can't get pink Halsey vinyl in England, and also because it has the extra like splattered marble detail. It's just my favourite. It is so pretty to look at. A discount album I own. So I would say my discount album is Saturday Night Fever by the Bee Gees. I went into, I think it was Oxfam, and they were having a little vinyl sale because they were next door to a record shop I was going to go into, but it was closed that day. So they had all like these little records, and I found Saturday Night Fever. I was like, you know what, for a laugh, I'll buy it. It was like £2.99. So yeah, I got that, and then I have gotten singles and albums from other markets for really cheap. However, I'm not going to count those because I used to work in a record store, so they kind of gave them to me for free. Prized possession. I'd say my prized records are probably All Things Must Pass by George Harrison, my Badlands album from Halsey, and my 7-inch of Real Love by the Beatles. My All Things Must Pass album, it's not the most expensive album I've bought, because since then I have bought the 50th anniversary of Abbey Road, which was more money. However, to me it's such a prized possession because number one, it's just such a beautiful album from my favourite person ever. Even though they're very easy to find online, like Amazon or eBay, George Harrison albums are very, very hard to find in person. You won't find it in a HMV or a FOP or a music store unless you're going to like a flagship store like HMV Vault in Birmingham. You'll be lucky if you can find a good copy in a second-hand record shop. So it's just impossible. Like, I go into music stores all the time and they never have any George Harrison vinyl. You're lucky if you'll find a George Harrison CD, let alone vinyl. However, I went into a bookshop of all places back near my hometown and I found it there just on the shelf. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. So I had to get it, and it is just beautiful. I love the box set so much. It's just, oh, it's a beautiful thing. I would save that thing in a fire if I had to. Like if you see my unboxing video, I'm like crying because I'm so happy I have it there. I love it so much. My Badlands album's another prized possession because it's an exclusive. You could only get that album in America, and it's not even that easy to find in America, so yeah. And my Real Love 7-inch is very special because it is a warehouse copy. Because even though now the Beatles have released a singles collection box which has Real Love in it, mine's from 1996. It'd never been played. It doesn't even have a label on it. It came from the warehouse and someone found it and kept it in storage until I bought it, so that means a lot to me. Records I have by a female artist. Now I feel kind of ashamed because I don't mean to do it on purpose. I just don't have many records, or I don't really listen to many songs by female artists. I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to do better. However, I've only got 2 records by female artists, and that is Badlands by Halsey and a 7-inch single of Chain Reaction by Diana Ross. Sorry. I think I do have more songs by women, I just think they're on like compilation albums. Like for example, I've got an 80s album and I think it's got a bit of like Sade on there, Mel and Kim, Thompson Twins, but I just haven't listened to that album a lot. But yeah, I'm hoping that I will buy and listen to more music by female artists, because I just feel bad when I look at my collection. I'm like, oh no. Choose a record from your favourite band. I'm gonna go with Sgt. Pepper by the Beatles, because it was the first album I bought from the Beatles, and I think that was the album that really started my avid record collecting, and it just means a lot to me. I love that album to pieces. I was so excited when it arrived, and I had to wait a while because my record player at the time, it had its stylus had fallen off, so I couldn't even play it. Then I got it fixed and I was just like, oh, this is amazing. And I ordered it on, I think I ordered it on Christmas Day because I was given some money by my uncle. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna use this, and the first album I'm gonna get from the Beatles, who I had just discovered at the time when I was really falling in love with their stuff, was Sgt. Pepper, so I went with that, and I love it so much. It's great. Impulse Buy. I know I'm supposed to pick one record, but I'm actually gonna pick several because I got all of these at the same time and they were all impulse buys, and part of me regrets buying them because I shouldn't have spent the money, but on one shopping trip I got Snow Patrol, 100 Million Suns, Justin Timberlake Justified, Travelling Wilburys Volume 1 and Disraeli Gears by Cream. I got them at the same time. I'd say the most impulse one out of all of them was probably 100 Million Suns from Snow Patrol, because that was the album I was least familiar with. However, I got it because there was a song that I really love on there, so I thought, why not? Plus it was like £10, so I was like, okay. Albums that were gifts. So I haven't received many albums as gifts, because apart from the ones I had previously mentioned that I received for my birthday, American Beauty, American Psycho and Smoke and Mirrors, the only other ones I've received are both Guardians soundtracks, A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles and Night Visions by Imagine Dragons. But yeah, they are all fantastic albums. I think my favourite gift out of those four just mentioned is probably the Guardians 2 soundtrack, because that soundtrack is just amazing. It's incredible, brilliant, so good. The Chain, oh my god, Wham Bam Shang-a-Lang and My Sweet Lord, just a banger of an album. Guardians Inferno, it's just so good. My most played records, it's probably gotta be Sgt. Pepper, because I listened to that album a lot and I want to listen to it right now actually. So Sgt. Pepper, my 2009 remaster of Abbey Road, I've listened to that album a lot. And then after that I'd say All Things Must Pass, because I listen to that album quite frequently. And then for singles wise, Sewn by The Feeling, because it's like my favourite song ever, and I was so happy when I found it as a 7-inch. And Real Love, because it's just such a beautiful song. Rarities, I'd say Real Love, just because it is indeed a warehouse copy. My American Urban Outfitters exclusive of Badlands by Halsey. I don't know, my 80s hits compilation album, I guess. A record you listen to on a rainy day. So I'd say definitely All Things Must Pass by George, because he's got such a calming presence in that album. It's just such a lovely album. I think Isn't It a Pity is a perfect song to listen to during the rain. And then another album I'd say is probably Harry Styles' debut album. Just an amazing album, by the way, and I can't wait to get Fine Line. I need that album so badly. But yeah, though Harry Styles and All Things Must Pass are just two incredible albums to listen to when you just want to be in your room, cosy, whilst the rain splashes on your window. A feel-good album, I'd say Abbey Road by the Beatles, because I always think of it as a really summery album with tracks like Here Comes the Sun, Sun King, Octopus's Garden, Come Together. It's just such a good, it's a real feel-good album because it's got like a bright tone in my mind, but then also the medley just feels so triumphant at the end. It just feels great. And then Now Not Yet by Half Alive, it's just got a really feel-good vibes in it, and it's just such a good album. I love it, and I really hope that more people listen to it because they are really underrated, and it's a relatively new album and it's just so good. Like tracks like Maybe, Pure Gold, Arrow, Still Feel, they're either funky or dancey or like uplifting or cool. It's really chill. Like, it's just such a good album. A nostalgic record, I'd say Justified by Justin Timberlake, because when I bought that album I was like listening to a lot of early 2000s music, like music I remembered growing up to, and I grew up hearing a lot of what my brothers listened to, which was contemporary R&B, hip-hop. So I was hearing a lot of like Justin Timberlake, Pharrell, all that kind of thing. So when I hear like Señorita and Like I Love You and Rock Your Body, I feel like a child again. And then also I'd say my Michael Jackson albums, because every time I listen to his stuff I just think about when I first got into his stuff when I was like 9. And then I'd say like my Panic at the Disco, Halsey and Fall Out Boy albums, because that was when I was really into that kind of music when I was like 15, 16. And it just makes me think of secondary school, really. Records I bought from Record Store Day. So I've got 2 7-inches that I wear from Record Store Day. From April 2019 I got myself a purple and yellow coloured 7-inch vinyl of Bohemian Rhapsody and I'm in Love with My Car. I do have a video of that if you want to check it out. And then I haven't got it yet. I've purchased it, I've ordered it, I'm waiting for it to come. But for the November Record Store Day of this year, I have just purchased Home Tonight / In a Hurry by Paul McCartney. Now, I did not get it on Record Store Day. I wanted to, but I was at work. By the time work had finished, it had sold out. So I did buy it online from like eBay. Paid way too much for it. But I love the song In a Hurry so much. Like, it is like my song that cheers me up, makes me feel really good about myself. It's just a real feel-good song, but I was like, I've got to have it, so I just ended up paying for it, and it should come in the next few weeks, and I'm really excited for that to come. Recent purchase, Home Tonight / In a Hurry by Paul McCartney, was very recent. Then also McCartney's debut solo album, McCartney, along with Currents by Tame Impala. Those were my 3 recent purchases, because I got Home Tonight / In a Hurry today, and then I got McCartney and Currents like Black Friday. I got them on Black Friday. So yes, that was my vinyl tag. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye guys!